Hey everybody, welcome to Popcorn Planet. We are live. We've been having so much fun. We got a lot of you watching. Almost 5,000 people tuning in to Steph, the alternate, and I. And we got some juicy stuff to talk about, Steph, don't we? We've been saving this main topic, but let's get to it. I was hyping this headline. It's by Jack Royston of Newsweek, who I'm not the biggest fan of, as we all know. He wrote about Steph and I incorrectly several times. But this time I'm going to give him a thumbs up for getting this out of Mr. Liebrows. Yeah, this is a quote from Omid. Omid said this. He's the one who's out there saying that a memoir for Meghan Markle would be a bad idea. Steph, this sounds like a little bit of throwing Meghan Markle under the bus. There's a lot to digest here, but first initial thoughts, are you surprised to see Omid Scobie's Liebrows lickspittle himself out there saying that Meghan shouldn't write a book?
No. He's a duplicitous snake. And you know what? When you showed me this article, I was like rubbing my hands with glee. I was like, yes, let the cannibalism begin.
It has begun.
Never mind the Hunger Games. It's the Sussex Games now, guys.
It's wild. And yeah, I'm getting this all up for you guys because it's wild to see them all turning on each other, to be perfectly honest. So, all right, let's get in there. Before we do, I got to thank today's sponsor. We plugged them a little earlier in the live, but guys in the replay, please go support our friends over at sheathunderwear.com. What? Yes, sheathunderwear.com. It's the underwear I wear. Steph, I just showed everyone my underwear. Do I got to do it again?
Yeah, you got to do it again.
I've got to do it again because I want everyone to believe it. Sheathunderwear.com is the most comfortable, most breathable underwear I've ever had in my life. And I want you guys to get a pair as well for your man or your partner this holiday season. Or ladies, you can even get them for yourself. They got ladies style. Steph, you've had them. You love them, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah. It's as if you're not wearing anything, ladies. Also, as well, they've got like bra tops and sports bras that are so comfy that I fell asleep wearing them and not noticed. They're that comfy. So yeah, yes. I highly recommend them.
My wife wears them. I know Kim complimented them as well. The ladies, you can get the bralettes, you can get the boxer briefs for the ladies. Just head on over to the shop. Women, men, you can shop for everybody this holiday season. Just make sure you use code POPCORN at checkout. If you don't use it, they won't know we sent you, and I want to make sure we get a promotion so that way you guys get the 20% off your order. So use code POPCORN at checkout. You'll get it, and you'll be able to get a lot of amazing products for your holiday season. And yes, the biggest thing about Sheath, everyone's like, well, what is it? It's got the dual pouch. Not only does it use this modal material that's so breathable and amazing and flexible, but you'll get the dual pouch, fellas. That's right, for the twig and the berries. You'll be able to separate in those compartments for maximum support and performance. I can't tell you how nice it is. And you don't have to use them. It just feels like regular boxers, but it's like the best hybrid of a boxer beef I've ever had. Comfortable, breathable. Guys, do not miss out on trying a pair of sheathunderwear.com this season. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use code POPCORN. That's POPCORN ED. At checkout for 20%. You'll be supporting this channel and our sponsors. Appreciate you guys so much, and thank you, Sheath Underwear. You guys have been amazing to us. And I hope you guys will pick up a share, and I'll put a pinned comment down there so you can figure out the link. All right, but let's thank you for humoring us and our sponsors. They keep the channel and the lights on, so thank you, everybody. Let's get to this event, though, this big topic. Here it was from Newsweek today, talking about our Jack Royston. I got to give him credit. I'll give credit to people I don't like when it's due. But he got some quotes from Omid, Liebrows himself, telling Newsweek, as he's talking about, Endgame and all the drama that's come about. He spoke about writing memoirs and biographies. So he talks about precisely the issue that could be cleared up in a memoir, but before the book was released and the news scandal blew up, Scobie suggested Meghan might not be up to the level of candor required to produce one. Speaking without reference to the current discussion, he told Newsweek, to gain the respect of the reader, which she can't do, Steph, you have to be completely human and your portrayal transparent in your portrayal of yourself. So, I mean, we're going to get to more of the quote, but I do want to pause. He's literally implying that she's not human, that she can gain no respect of the reader, and she can't be transparent. We're already like 3 knocks into this quote, but it continues. it has to be candid. It has to be embarrassing in places. It has to be all of these things to be true portrait of a human being rather than a varnished image of a public figure that wants to be seen in a certain way. If that's not a knock at Meghan, I don't know what is. Because yeah, that's all she portrays herself is I'm a victim. Ah! Wah! People, I'm racist. They're racist. I'm a woman of color. Blah, nobody treats me fairly. The queen hated me. Blah. And I think, and that's why I think Harry's book would always be more interesting than, say, if Meghan wrote a memoir. Because I think Meghan has a much more curated take on what her image is and how it should be. So basically, she's a controlling B word. Harry has always been a very candid man. Wow, sounds like Liebrows has a crush on Harry. Maybe that's what this is really about, Steph. Harry's book Spare hit shelves in January and became a fast-selling bestseller, blah, blah, blah. However, it sparked a wave of comedy roasts and sharp decline in Harry and Meghan's popularity. We know all this. This is all SEO tricks of just making sure everything in there. Scobie told Newsweek, let me ask you this. How would you write about your wife and your experiences together in the public domain? His perspective is always going to be different, you know? He's writing about someone that he wanted to kind of defend and protect, kind of defend and protect to the death. And so his descriptions of those experiences are always going to come from that very place. I think anyone picking up Spare and expecting it to be the kind of balanced, unbiased take on this should find a good piece of journalism, because that's not what you get in a memoir. It just wasn't a surprise to me. It's like when they sat down for Oprah, we were never going to hear anyone else's side of the story other than their own. And it's the same with Spare. And it's the same in Endgame too, you jackass. Like you gave us any other side of things. I mean, you read it, Steph. Does he give any other side of things aside from just constantly lick their spittle?
The problem is that Omid Scobie missed the biggest racist in the royal family in modern times. Harry himself. He's the one that dressed up as the World War II bad guy. He's the one that called someone with Pakistani heritage a racial slur that's caught on tape. He's the one that's seen partying with people dressed as the K to the K to the K and someone in blackface. But no. Let's shove that under the carpet. No. The royals in the UK, they're the racists. Let's ignore Montecito. Yeah, he's a dumbass.
He's a total dumbass. But all right, but seeing these quotes, it's hard to not see that Scobie is the snake and a weasel. Obviously, we know that. Piers Morgan's definitions were absolutely spot on. They were so correct. It's nuts how much of a weasel this guy is. But it just opens up and proves how he's not allegiant to her. He really isn't. While he's riding her coattails, clearly trying to get this clout train currently, that couldn't be more obvious, right? But it is telling to see how quick he'll throw her on the bus and basically be like, yeah, she's not an author. Don't go buy her book. It's like he's getting jealous or protective, you know what I mean? To like, I'm the source of actual journalism of Meghan, not Meghan, is how this reads to me. And yeah, as I read this, I'm curious how you read it, Steph, but it reads like, no one respects her. She's not a human being. She can't tell the truth. She's never transparent. These are all things that are like, okay, yeah, Omid, if you had written that book, I might have been like, all right, bring more of that. But do you think Meghan's going to enjoy reading Omid talk about her like this?
I think this is misdirection. I think this is him trying to play a chess move. And let me explain. Endgame, there are many, many accusations that Meggs is behind it, that Meggs is involved with it one way or another, just like she was eventually when we found out with Finding Freedom. And Endgame, in terms of its standing and its integrity, has taken a knock because of that. Because now people are thinking legitimately, okay, Meggs is obviously involved with this because of A, B, C, and D, right? And so to me, this is Omid Scobie, I think, trying to play a chess move, try and publicly distance himself with Meggsy and call her out to try and prove that A, he's not the cheerleader that everyone thinks he is. Yeah, he totally is. And that B, if he's got the balls to speak out against Meggsy in this way, then, you know, maybe Endgame does have legitimacy. Maybe Megxie didn't have a hand in Endgame after all, because look at what Omid Scobie is saying now in the press. We know that the Sussex squad, we know that Team Sussex loves to manipulate the media, loves to spin things. I mean, with what happened last week with the Prince Harry trial and him losing towards Daily Mail and the Mail on Sunday, it said even in the judgment there that Prince Harry, you know, was doing spin and misinformation, which is ironic given, you know, his position in the Aspen Institute, right? So, you know, going round full circle, I think this is a chess move. I think this is misdirection to try and publicly try and prove that A, he's not the cheerleader mouthpiece, and B, if he's got the whatsits to say this publicly about Megxie, to try and increase the integrity of Endgame for people to stop thinking that Megxie's involved with it, if that makes sense. Andy, I can't hear you, mate.
Sorry, I was trying to remove the echo. There's definitely a lot of plays here. A lot of stuff is happening at play. And what's interesting on top of that, aside from obviously him trying to call out, he's not having a good time, it seems. He's out there tense, not having fun anymore, as he's seen for the first time in public after the Endgame chaos. These images that came in, my God, they throw so many ads. I can't even, there it is. As he's walking in, he does look extremely tense. And while he's putting on, I'll give him one thing for credit, Steph. He is a very good, like, poker player. Like, he's just out there lying. He's very good at, like, lying and try to, like, mask away and weaseling through the semantics. He is seemingly good at that. I see through it, obviously. But in this instance, you can just tell the mask fell a little bit, and you can see the tenseness, the frustration. I'm sure as much as he's putting on this face for the world, you can tell he's starting to feel shit. I did not sell enough books. Oh, what happened there? I did not sell enough books. Where's Meghan Harry to defend me? Whatever these things are, I feel like he's finally feeling the weight of that on his shoulders and realizing it's not as good as he thought. And yeah, to see him out there calling out Meghan, even in sort of an older, more quote, it's telling to me that, yeah, Meghan and Harry should be worried. And that's why I'm kind of shocked they didn't come forward, but maybe that's why they didn't, because I see him turning on them even more at some point if he needs to. He seems like that type of guy who will stab you in the back and then again in the front, live on television, if it comes to it and it can help him get 15 more minutes. And we just did a video actually a minute ago talking about the fact that sort of the opposite of this, Steph, right? How the whole idea was maybe this was all just an elaborate plan to get Scobie to release these names so that way she could then play dumb, but then have a justification to bring all this up, right? And to throw him under the bus and say, well, they're out now, so I'll sell my book to write it. So this fact that this is out there and the opposite effect of Meghan throwing Scobie on the bus, it's just funny to now see they are both, now he's like, nope, her book would be bad. It's like, it's amazing to see these wolves eating each other at this point, and it'll be curious to see who's on top. Who do you think will ultimately win this battle of egos? Who's going to get the final word or look like they have it better, Meghan or Liebrows? Who do you think?
Sorry,
I've stumped her. She's thinking about it.
Sorry, repeat the question again.
Who do you think is going to get the upper hand at the end of this? Who do you think is actually going to be more manipulative and use it better to their advantage? Liebrows or Megxie?
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I definitely got the wrong end of the stick there.
Because they're both pretty sinister. And at a certain point, who's going to slit the others? Who's going to slit the other one's throat more viciously?
You know what? I think Omid Scobie. Because I can only imagine the secrets, the conversations he's had with them. He's got a lot to really scorch earth, those two. And I wouldn't be surprised if any of those conversations he's had with them or anything like that, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, are recorded. And that they somehow make their way on the internet. I think Omid.
I'm asking the chat, but it's a tough one, right?
It is a tough one, but at the end of the day, think about it. If I was to choose between saving Omid Scobie or saving Megxie, to the lesser of two evils, guys, let's put it that way. I'm going to save Omid Scobie.
I've just asked the chat.
And so whatever Omid Scobie does to Meghan is going to be 10 times effective to what Megxie could do to Omid Scobie. Because there's more dislike, there's more distrust towards Megxie than there is to Omid Scobie. So no matter what Megxie would do towards Omid Scobie, anything that Omid Scobie does back is going to be 10 times effective because she's less popular. She's less liked.
I've never seen a poll go like this before. It's fascinating. It's about 60-40 now, and Liebrows is now taking the lead, but it's been... it is a match. These two are sprinting. We're going to keep this going through the rest of the live. We got lots more to talk about. But again, if you guys are watching at the end of this, I want to plug one more time. Our partners over at Sheath. If you like our commentary, if you like what we do, go help our sponsor who helps us. You can go use code POPCORN. Don't forget, use code POPCORN, ED is how you spell pop. Everyone thinks we're Popcorn Planet, Steph. It's Popcorned Planet. Think of like scorched earth, pop culture, no stone left unturned. Use code POPCORNED at checkout. You'll get 20% off your whole order. So whatever you see on there, don't forget to put it. You're going to save some bucks and you're going to get the best underwear of your life. Mark my words. So go check them out. And thank you, Sheath Underwear. I always appreciate them. It's the holidays. Glad they're helping us still and glad you'll get some from them. So going over there, check it out. Make sure you also subscribe to Steph the Alternerd and Popcorn Palace, both channels. We're not done, guys. I got a lot more juicy stuff to talk about with Steph. So if you're watching on the live, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on the replay, well, thank you. You're amazing too. You amazingly just tuned in and watched all this without us being live. Maybe catch a live. We're here live Tuesdays and Thursdays, around 3 or 4. Steph's usually live on the weekends. Catch us, become part of the community, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Whether you can hit the join or the subscribe, at least hit that bell so you get notified. Appreciate you guys. Smash the like button. The engagement helps, and Megxie hates it. But again, I want to fuel this fight a little longer. Who's gonna slit the other throat first, Megxie or Liebrows? Oh, I want to debate this a little bit more with Steph. So let's get to it. Stay tuned for watching. If you're watching the replay, live viewers, let's get into it.